Hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast. For today's episode, medyo deep yung pag-uusapan natin, but I think it's necessary to talk about. It's about why hurt people, and how can we break the cycle. If you've been hurt by someone you trusted or ikaw mismo nakasakit ka, this one's for you. Let's get honest and let's heal together. Narinig mo na ba yung phrase na hurt people? It's a simple phrase but it carries so much truth. Most of the time, yung mga nakakasakit sa atin, sila din nasasaktan or nasaktan. Meron silang trauma or wound na hindi nag-heal. And minsan tayo din, ganon. Nakakasakit tayo unintentionally because we are hurt. Let's be real. Most of the time, yung pain, hindi naman natin siya na nakikimkim lang eh. Hindi lang siya nagsistay inside of us, pero unintentionally and unconsciously, napapasa natin siya sa ibang tao. Maybe someone invalidates you, kaya nag-invalidate ka rin, or someone broke your trust, kaya nagkaroon ka ng wall, and takot ka na ulit mag-trust. Or someone didn't love you the way you want to be loved, kaya hindi mo na rin alam kung paano magbigay ng love. All of those things nagiging defense mechanism na natin. Yun yung nagiging action natin o yung reaction natin kapag nasaktan tayo. Kasi takot na ulit tayong masaktan. Pero it doesn't mean na it's okay. It's okay to hurt people because you're hurt. It doesn't mean na it's okay na people hurt you kasi may pinagdadaan sila or they're in pain. It's not okay, but it helps us to understand people, kung bakit nila nagagawa yung mga bagay na yun and bakit nagawa nila yun sa atin. Alam nyo, at this age, mas naiintindihan ko na yung mga tao sa paligid ko, or I chose to understand people around me. And I think because of self-awareness din, kasi ako, naiintindihan ko na rin yung sarili ko, like yung sarili kong triggers and yung reaction ko. Sometimes when I react this way, parang nagkakaroon ako ng self-assessment kung bakit ko ginawa yun and na-assess ko yung emotions ko. Let's be honest. Yung generation natin, yan yung madalas natin pinag-uusapan. Before, di ba, parang pag pinag-uusapan natin siya, may galit tayo eh. May galit tayo sa parents natin or sa mga kapatid natin or anyone na malapit sa atin na nagbigay sa atin ng trauma, nagbigay sa atin ng pain, and lagi natin sasabi na ito tayo ngayon kasi yun yung pain natin in the past. Kahit sa friends, kahit sa romantic relationship, di ba? Parang kapag may na-experience tayo na hindi maganda sa ibang tao nung medyo bata tayo, and then we will meet new people, tapos meron na tayong wall, tapos meron na tayong mga triggers, and then sasabihin natin na sorry, ganito yung reaction ko, ganyan-ganyan, kasi ganito yung naranasan ko before. Kahit sa mga romantic relationship, I think mas open tayo when it comes to romantic relationship kasi na-open natin sa jowa natin yung mga painful past natin and na-explain natin kung bakit ganun yung behavior natin na hindi natin nagagawa sa ibang tao, na hindi natin communicate sa ibang tao. But I think this generation is more self-aware than the older generations. Kasi, ito, nagkakaroon tayo ng talk na ganito, na we understand people na nagiging ganito yung behavior nila because some past experiences sila. Yung mga friends ko, some of my friends, ganyan sila, kunwari, pag nag-uusap kami, tapos may nag-react ng hindi maganda, parang may isang friend sasabihin niya, siguro nung childhood mo, pinagtatawanan na lang namin kasi every time na may mangyayaring hindi maganda or every time na may reaction na hindi maganda, sasabihin, siguro nung childhood mo, ganyan. But, nakakatawa siya, pero at the same time, nakaka-proud kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng ganitong talk. Parang it's normal to talk about past traumas, to talk about bad experiences, and to communicate our triggers. Eto, ikikwento ko na naman yung boyfriend ko. Parang lagi ko na lang kinikwento yung boyfriend ko sa podcast na to. But anyway, isang example din yung boyfriend ko. Sabi nga nila, di ba, mas mahirap pala yung healthy relationship kesa sa toxic relationship. Because we experience a lot of pains in the past. Parang yung toxic relationship, nagiging normal na lang siya and somehow nagiging comfort Yung healthy relationship, nagiging mahirap siya because lumalabas yung mga triggers natin. Lumalabas yung mga past traumas natin. Nagkakaroon tayo ng mga reactions na we thought normal, which is proud ako sa relationship ko ngayon kasi na-address namin yun sa bawat isa. For example, one of my triggers talaga is pag may nagagalit sa akin. Either sumimangot lang sa akin or malaman ko nagalit sa akin. And worst for me, pag sinigawan ako, ang reaction ko madalas is to shut down. I will not fight back. I will not talk back, pero I'll become silent. Silent to the point na parang you don't exist. Before, I thought it's normal. Ang tawag nila nun, silent treatment. Yung hindi ka magagalit, hindi ka talaga magko-complain, pero tatahimik ka. Hindi mo papansinin yung tao, lalayo ka, ganyan-ganyan. I'm still working on that because of self-awareness. Napapansin ko na, oh wait lang, ito na yung pattern ko. Okay, na-trigger ako, ito na yung pattern ko na tatahimik ako. I'll shut people out and magsa-silent treatment ako. I just let myself feel the emotion and talk to myself and assess myself. Why am I doing it? It became a defense mechanism for me. Before I thought it's okay. Throughout the years, realize ko, silent treatment hurt people din. So, pag na-notice ko na ginagawa ko na siya, I talk to myself, I sit with my emotion muna. And then pag okay na, I'll try to communicate. It's hard. Alam mo, one of the hardest dito sa ganong situation is to be accountable sa action mo. And to say sorry and to admit it na you hurt someone. I think it's the first step of healing. I know na we don't deserve the pain. We didn't ask for it. I mean, yung mga tao na nakit sa atin. I know na hindi natin deserve na saktan nila tayo. I know na hindi natin deserve na dalhin itong trauma na to, itong pain na ito. But, I think hindi rin natin siya dapat dalhin forever. Yung action na gagawin natin from that pain is our responsibility. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin sa mga tao na every time na ma-hurt natin sila, ay sorry kasi ito yung naramdaman ko before. Ay sorry, ginanto kasi ako ng ibang tao before. Hindi nila din deserve yun. As much as you don't deserve to be hurt, as much as you don't deserve na saktan ka ng mga dating taong nanakit sa'yo, hindi rin deserve ng mga bagong tao sa buhay mo na saktan mo just because you were hurt. And from there, it's your responsibility. From there, ikaw na yun. Hindi yung mga taong nanakit sa'yo. It's you. It's your choice. I know it's easy to say all of this right now, pero parang sinasabihan ko din yung sarili ko. Habang sinasabi ko to sa inyo, parang kailangan ko rin panoorin yung episode na to. Yun. I know it's hard, but healing is freedom. The moment you choose to heal, the moment you choose to be free. That's when we can break the cycle. Paano ba yung pwede natin gawin para hindi na natin mapasa unconsciously sa ibang tao yung pain na nararamdaman natin? First, self-awareness, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina. I think with the moment we love ourselves more, the moment we will have self-awareness. The more I focus on myself and the more I accept myself and love myself, the more I have self-awareness. Kapag naramdaman mo yung isang emotion, na sad ka, naggalit ka and all, just sit down and assess. Second, compassion. First person na kailangan mong bigyan ng compassion is yung sarili mo. Hindi ka makakapagbigay kung hindi ka buo. Give yourself compassion first before other people. Third, boundaries. I know, hurt people, and we need to understand them na nagawa nila to because of their pain, of their past experiences, but again, it's not okay to make it as an excuse, and it's not okay and we didn't deserve it na masaktan nila tayo because they're in pain. That's why we need boundaries. To break the cycle, kailangan natin i-break yung toxic relationship. Yes, you can help your loved one or the people that matter to you, but walang ibang taong makakatulong sa kanila kundi sarili nila. Next, accountability. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina. Pag nagkaroon ka na ng self-awareness and ng compassion and alam mo na yung triggers mo, alam mo na yung pattern mo, you need to take accountability doon sa emotion mo, sa behavior mo, and you say sorry. Lastly, healing. Ay, ito na yung sinasabi ng mga tao. Therapy. Helpful talagang therapy. Next, try journaling. Kasi, wag kang mag-isip, like, dire-diretso lang, sulatin mo lang kung ano yung gusto mong sabihin, ano nasa isip mo. Wag mong isipin kung tama yung spelling, kung tama yung grammar. Just, dire-diretso lang. Doon mo ilabas lahat ng gusto mong sabihin. Next, resting. Hindi ko alam kung napapansin nyo, pero madalas pagpagod tayo, medyo maiksi yung pasensya natin sa mga tao, kahit sa sarili natin. So, yeah. You need to rest. Malaking epekto yun sa emotions natin and sa pag-iisip natin. Lastly, I don't know about you, but I believe in God. So if you believe in God also, pray. If you're in pain, pray. If you did something bad, sarili mo, sa ibang tao, pray. If you're scared, pray. It's really helpful to just talk with Him. Hindi naman kailangan na meron tayo kasing, hindi naman kailangan na before ka matulog, tsaka ka lang magpa-pray. You can pray anytime, anywhere. Even without yung mga prayers na memorize natin. Or just talk to Him. Sa lahat ng sinabi ko ngayon, hindi naman kailangan na healed ka na bago ka mag-stop on hurting other people. You just need to be self-aware and be accountable and, try to be better, try to heal. It will not be a perfect process, but at least may progress. And hindi naman natatapos yung healing kasi as long as nabubuhay tayo, there will always be pain. Pero hindi forever nasasaktan tayo. Let's heal together so we can stop unconsciously or unintentionally hurting other people. Let's break the cycle, one perfectly imperfect step at a time. If you like this episode, please rate this podcast, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. Follow me on my other social media accounts at Rosal Basilio. You can listen or watch this podcast on YouTube or on Spotify, Perfectly Imperfect with Rosal Basilio. I'll see you next time. Bye!